Right guys, today I'm going to be answering your questions. So I put out a post on YouTube and Instagram, so obviously telling you guys what questions do you have for me. And I'm going to be answering them in today's video. By the way, don't mind this haircut. You can blame Ali Barbers for that. Oh mate, I literally got out at Barbers, yeah? And then that's the option I wanted there, number 7, you see that? Yo, this is what I actually got. There's no fucking... Oh no. Yo, my guy be looking extra salty today. There kind of is, but it's barely noticeable. It wasn't enough for me to notice it in the thing. Yeah. Anyway, let's get started with the questions now. So, we'll start off with Instagram first since there's less questions, and then we'll move on to the YouTube questions. SmcLead25 asks, do you collect lighting and or street lighting lanterns? Now, lighting as a whole, like, I don't know, say your domestic lighting, I mostly do just collect that. I would collect street lighting if it was so much easier to obtain, because just getting them online is so expensive, and like, that's why. In fact, I'm going to show you some examples of what lighting I do have. For example, this Tamlight Nimrod 16 watt here is just randomly chilling here. I don't know why I put it there. It hasn't got a bulb in it though. I've got a square high frequency bulkhead here, but I haven't tested it yet. I've yet to make a video on that. Couple emergency lights dotted about in various places. And then behind my sofa is all my fluorescent battens, which used to be on my walls, but I had to take them down because I've got a better idea for them, along with trying to make my room look nice in the meantime. I also have a few of these vintage Labcraft 12-volt fluorescent caravan lights that I just use purely for the fact that it's energy efficient and that, and uses less voltage. I've also got a shit ton of spare T5 8-watt tubes, purely for them. So, depending on what lighting you're on about, I do collect them, just not so much street lighting. I do want to get a socks lantern though to put on my wall, but they're not easy to obtain. At least not at a cheap price. I mean, I've tried everything. I've tried asking the council. The best they've said is they'll get back in touch with me. And it's been nearly a year now. And I've definitely seen more socks lanterns go in the area, and not once have I heard back from them. SmcLead25 asks, now by the way, I do apologise if I'm saying that wrong, what's your favourite sport? Now, I don't play as many sports as what I used to back when I was, like, little, but hands down, football. Like, who doesn't like football, yeah? STM Electrical asks, what are you studying at college or sixth form? As of right now, nothing, because I am a fucking dropout. But last year, I did IT. I wanted to do electrical, but I don't have the grades to do such thing, which is a real shame. So I've mainly just been looking at jobs and apprentices at the moment, so yeah, I'm not studying out at the moment, mate, unfortunately. JDN.North asks, opinions on my IT teacher? Now, I'm pretty sure I can't say his name on YouTube because of, like, data protection and whatever, but his name starts with an R, and I will say he was probably the best IT teacher I've ever had. He's so relatable, and, you know, it was just literally the best IT teacher I've ever had. It was really helpful, and, like I said, very, very relatable. Absolutely chill guy, 10 out of 10, good effort. He was also the teacher that woke me up in one of his IT lessons because I accidentally fell asleep after I finished my work.
Mr. White, wake up, sleep.
Yeah, how embarrassing. And that still didn't even wake me up. I was in a deep sleep. Alarm Museum asks, what is the best sounding alarm in your opinion? We'll start off with the Integra because who doesn't like the sound of an Integra? Also, the Secura Mark II is also quite unique, and it deserves a spot on this list for being absolutely hilarious, mainly in the power failure state. I'd say the Ventcroft Compact Classic / Spirit is also another contender because of its, like, whine effect. We also can't forget the CQR Protector, like, that is just in another league of its own. In my opinion, the rest of the alarms sound a bit bog standard and are not really worth talking about. I'm looking at you, Texacom Odyssey series. TR Security Systems asks, how do you keep going after 5 years and so many setbacks? Now, because the explanation is so long, I think it'd just be easier for me to just make a separate video about it. So, TR Security Systems, stay tuned. Chub12C asks, what is your favourite bell boxes? Now, this is a really hard choice, to be honest, because I've got quite a few favourites. First off, CQR Type H, CQR Type C, Pyronix Decibel, CQR Protector, and the CQR Integra. Yeah, it's mainly just the older bell boxes because they are just more unique. And I guess if you want to go a bit more modern, then I guess the Citadel Defender 2. Now, I chose the Citadel Defender 2 as well because that's the only modern bell box that doesn't look like everything else that's on the market, so yeah. And that is all the Instagram questions. Let's answer the ones that were on YouTube. MD Music asks, Ryan, do you also like HID lights? Yes. Apex Tools asks, are you gay? What the fuck? I should have expected this. Oh my god. No! Kyle Barber asks, what's your favourite bell box? Just see Chub12C's response. The Alarm Bloke asks, will I be featured in video? Yes! Wow, Sam's Truck Spotting wants to do a 2-in-1, eh? Updated alarm wall tour? CQ Integra, Cycle Defender 2, Blue LG 6641, Micro Compact Classic, Knockout 20, Classic Flashcard, Knockout 2, Super KC 220, which one is also got AC 2000 internals, 6 1000, 1000, 5 decibel, 6 1 6 1, 6 2, 5 back play, 5 belly, 6 Mac 3, 6 Mac 1, LD Stellar 3000, 6 Mac 3, 6 2, 6 2, 6 2, like 6 1 6 3, 6 1 6 3, 6 1 6 3, 6 1 6 3, Pixel Bell, Pixel Bell X, Pixel Bell E, Pixel Bell X, Pixel Bell X, Pixel Bell Plus, Pixel Bell Plus, Pixel Bell WE, was 3 3, that's not 3, this is a secret protector, 0 3, another 3, LD 7422, Pixel Bell WE, which is getting sold, so I'll be on the lookout for that. 6 1 6 3M, 6 1 6 3 6 1 6 3 Knockout 3D, LD 7422, the Eurovision, and the LD HS500. He also asked, 2025 New Year sound off. To be quite honest with you, I might just do it on my. I might just do it as a birthday sound off now because I'm far too late now. It's nearly February already. Foxy the Wolf asks, what got you into alarms? I don't know, the various shapes, colours, and they all sound different. Every single alarm box is unique, and that's why I like them. And it's pretty much electrical related, which I'm obsessed with anything technology or electrical related, so yeah. MD Music has another question. Bro, do you also feel like a lot of modern-made stuff is complete junk? Absolutely. Because everything has been made from the most cheapest, crappiest materials. For example, you know what, I'm going to bring up fluorescent lighting and all that sort of stuff. It was literally the best type of light. The only issue it had is that it contained mercury, which is a toxic substance. But that's not a problem if you take good care of the fluorescent tube itself. As long as you're not manhandling it too hard, it's not a problem. But then this LED comes along and fucks it all up with its crappy design, very low intention detail to the friggin' heat dissipation, or whatever the hell you pronounce that as, which forces pretty much the driver to overheat and completely wreck your entire fitting. Bonus points if it's an all-in-one fitting, because then you have to replace the entire unit, and who knows, that exact fitting might not be available, so you're going to have to drill new mounts to install a completely separate fitting. You know, I fucking hate it. That's just one example, but it applies to pretty much everything. Everything has to be just made from the most crappy stuff because it forces you to upgrade and upgrade and upgrade. E-waste and all that sort of stuff, it's fucking awful and I despise it. That's usually why I prefer the older stuff, because unlike its Chinese modern counterparts, it's actually built to last. Fire Alarm 421 asks, what is your favourite smoke alarm? And to that, I easily say, as of right now, the ACO EI100 series and the EI150 series. Just because of I like the square design and it just looks so vintage. It's so unique. Like, how can I not like it? Foxy the Wolf again asks, which ADT box is better? Elmdene 7422 FFG G3F or Bentel TS100? Easily the Bentel TS100, like, is that even a question? Are you out of your mind? Lucas Things asks, how many smoke alarms do you have? Too many to count. TX Alarms asks, what's a panel you love yet hate at the same time? Easily the Scantronic 9448, because I do like the design and the functionality, but it just has too many problems, especially with the fuses. JD Music asks, what religion are you? I don't have one. Wizard Wolf asks, tell everyone how we became best friends. Oh, my little bestie's having a go at me now, eh? Now I'm going to have to do a backstory. I swear to God I'm not gay. Now, I'm one of those people who do not take on new students very well, so I did the next best thing and started bullying them. Yep, I just admitted that I used to bully Mason, also known as Wizard Wolf, or is it Wizard Wolf, also known as Mason, whatever the fuck I say. Now, I was saying things like body shaming him and all that sort of stuff, because he's lost a lot of weight now. He looks nothing like what he used to, so yeah, you're just gonna have to take that in. But now I ended up getting that bad that I did end up making him cry a lot of the time, which is understandable because no one really wants to be in that scenario, and it doesn't help the fact that I did get bullied a lot back in high school as well. So I tried to make my son look like an harder person in order to accommodate for that, which obviously resulted in me in getting my semi-isolation and detention many times, and that was pretty much the only times, really, on that occasion that I actually deserved isolation and detention. But one day, we came to an agreement. We either leave each other alone, or we get along. That's what the teacher said anyway, so we ended up leaving each other alone for a few weeks, and then I ended up coming up to Mason and saying, like, you want to be friends and that because, I feel bad for how I treated you and all that sort of stuff. Like, this is when I decided to come to an apology. Like, the bigger person that I am, because I'm fucking goated, fam. What didn't help as well is one time where we got into an argument. I can't remember what it was about now, but it was in PE, and I ended up pinning him straight to the wall and started shouting at him. Why? I have no fucking clue, but that got me straight in fucking isolation. And after that, we've been pretty much friends ever since. And even then, we've still had our rocky experiences. That's pretty much how we became friends, and we do occasional collabs on YouTube, as usual. And we even got a joint channel called RWMG Vlogs, like, link in the description and the bio, so go check that out. Next question. The original Nexus 8 asks, why is your name RW Security and Technology? Well, it's quite simple. After the few occasions where I was called Yeet Vlogs and all that sort of stuff, I didn't want to be reminded of a completely dead statement. Like, who even hell says Yeet anymore? Now, why I'm called RW Security and Technology, first off, I like security and technology, and RW is basically just my initials, Ryan White. Hiya Joel Webb on IG asks, after seeing your previous videos, I had to ask, do you have a thing for balloons? You're a knob, I can't believe you. So, how do I answer this? Yeah, to be honest, I don't have an answer for you. Fucking cute is that. Fucking love it. Right, next question. David BN Forst asks, why do you take things out of bins? Now, the answer's quite simple. I don't like e-waste. It's mainly just electrical stuff I take out of bins anyway. I either refurb or fix whatever I can pick up. If I can't fix it, I'll just put it back in a bin or something or recycle it. But if I can, then I usually use it. Right, that's all the community post comments. But we're actually going to include a bit of a bonus. I'm going to include all the questions that I've been asked on all my videos. Well, at least most of them, because I have too many to actually list, so we'll just go through the highlights. On this video, Sales Plays asks, did you just call Theory of Everything a MILF? What? Get the fuck out of here, MILF! Probably. Dave Strings 8888 asks, when did they stop making it? What, the Top Lot Prisma Series 3? Oh, I have no fucking clue, probably the early 2000s. In this video, Fernloo8828 asks, what's the font in the thumbnail? Pusab. In this video, Wizard Wolf asks, when was this? Oh, my bestie can't fucking read now. I don't know why I keep fucking saying it like that. I'm not fucking gay, fam. Freightliner66540 asks, do you use Return YouTube Dislike extension? Well, who the fuck doesn't? It's all YouTube's fault. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be fucking using it. In this video, Oliver is Awesome 1290 asks, can you get the heat detector version of this and show it off, please? Yeah, I can, if it wasn't fucking impossible to fucking find, mate. TX Alarms asks, how do you get all this stuff? In this video, where I bopped a smoke alarm, Alarming Diffusers 48 asks, was it faulty? Nah, it wasn't faulty, it just didn't fucking work at all, so I'd say it's more than faulty. In this video, Minging Singing asks, how are you not caught doing this? Do you collect batteries? I have loads. Now, I don't necessarily collect batteries per se unless they're proper vintage ones. For example, here's 2 vintage ones. I do have more vintage ones behind there. Obviously not those JCB ones, but, you know, I do have some vintage ones back there. But here's an ever-ready Silver Seal R20S. This is very old. And, we also have a very old Duracell. Now, as for how do I not get caught doing this, no one really gives a fuck if they're, you know, picking out really shitty batteries now, do they? I mean, like, you know, let's be real here. Also, bonus points for the really cute Kirby profile picture. 10 out of 10. Step down at... Oh, fuck off. In this video, Deckman Dude 6824 asks, what batteries does this need to be replaced? Well, it's an EI166E, so you can't actually replace the batteries. It's a self-contained, sealed, rechargeable lithium one, so good luck with replacing it, mate. The Alarm Bloke asks, what happened to 1080p? I don't know. Go ask your mum. In this video, Real Josh Umack asks, can ye still buy these? No, the Panx Belly's actually been discontinued for quite a while, I'm afraid, so you can't buy them brand new. They still do come up used or brand new old stock on eBay sometimes, so just be on the lookout, okay? In this video, Dawn Lodge asks, how do you stop it bleeping? It depends on how many beeps it is. If it's 1 beep, it's low battery, so connect it to the AC mains supply, and that should fix the problem. If it's 2 beeps, then it's a sensor failure, and you should replace the unit. 3 beeps, end of life, you need to replace the unit, and 4 beeps is dust contamination, so you need to vacuum the unit out. If it doesn't work, replace it. Or if you just don't want the beeping altogether, just take it off the goddamn base, yeah? In this video, Elliot GH asks, do you have autism? I will not read the rest of the question, but yes, I have autism. Like, what more do you want from me? In this video, Freightliner665 asks, by the way, I saw a belly with a solidly lit comfort LED. Only one. Is this normal? Well, this is usually due to a capacitor failure, which is natural and common with these Panx bellies after prolonged use. So, no, it's not really normal, but you could also say it is because it usually does happen with them. Libarfan9187 asks, hi, you live in UK? Why don't you get off my channel, wanting to know where I live, you bloody creep? In this video, Tie-Dye Furby77 asks, you do even take off the ears if they are glued together? Well, to be honest, the ears were already loose on that Furby, so, like, obviously I did end up just taking advantage and making a video of it, and then after I did that, I then just glued the ears back on. So, yeah, I do take care of Furby, so don't be having a go at me, yeah? Okay, so, nothing wrong here, yeah? Nothing wrong at all. And that concludes everything in this video, to be honest. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Peace. Oh, totemo kawaii, totemo kirei. Hey, what are you doing? Stop fucking watching. Hopefully no one's watching this far, but back to this question. Unfortunately, the answer qualifies. In other words, yes.